Welcome to The Thought Card, a podcast about travel and money, where planning, saving, and creativity leads to affording travel, building wealth, and paying off debt. We are the financially savvy travelers. All right, we are live from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Falmouth. Right? Massachusetts. Yep. Falmouth, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. So welcome, everyone. We are recording live from Bad Martha's Brewery. And, you know, whenever we travel, we always try to do a live segment. But this is like super duper live. Like we're in it. We're still inexperienced. We're actually still experiencing the destination. And we figured, you know what? Why not we wanted to share, you know, because of COVID, a lot of businesses are struggling. They're not necessarily like thriving right now. Not all businesses, local businesses. So we figured it would be a good opportunity for us to be on Instagram live, and we're also doing live via the podcast. So welcome everyone, live podcast here. I've never done a live podcast. Actually, that's not true. I've done live podcasts, but not while traveling. So we are actually, we are in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and we are at our first stop. So we're at Martha's Vineyard. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me well? I could come a little bit closer if you guys need me to hear a little bit better. But we wanted to share with you all our experience here at Bad Martha's, and also to encourage you to, if you live in New England or you want to come visit Cape Cod, for you to absolutely come. We had a fantastic time. And you're fine. Okay, great. Thank you. Awesome. So we're fine. And yeah, so let's get started. So babe, why don't you come a little bit closer so I can get you on the podcast version. So the reason why we decided to actually come to Martha's Vineyard is because, not Martha's Vineyard, actually Cape Cod, is because I was always looking for destinations close to home. So I live in Connecticut, and we were looking for something that is not too far, but also not like down the street. So Cape Cod came up a couple times last year, but I couldn't swing it. And this year it's April, which is the beginning of spring. So it's a perfect time to come to Cape Cod. So I've been talking a lot. So welcome back to the Thought Card podcast, babe. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be back. Oh, good to be back. Someone dropped something.
Yeah. So what inspired you to come to Cape Cod?
My wife.
All right. And that's a wrap. His wife inspired him to come to Cape Cod. All right. So what has been your experience so far? So actually the first stop that we have here while we're in Cape Cod was we dropped our things off at our Airbnb, and then we came straight to Bad Martha's in Falmouth. And if you know me well, I'm a very big beer fan. I love drinking beer. This is an Irish ale. So I'm a big brewery fan, and I also love supporting local businesses. So babe, tell us more about like what you see right now that you're like, you know, well, what are you seeing? What are you seeing right now that you're at Bad Martha's?
I'm seeing, it's like a barn. The architecture is like very like barn-like, right? That's safe to say.
From the Amish. So it's from the Amish.
Yes.
Amish-inspired traditional barn. So yeah, what you would imagine is like wood, not like polished wood. A lot of wood everywhere. Even like, I don't know if you could see it here, but like it is very barn style.
Yes. A lot of friendly faces.
A
lot of friendly faces. And
great playlist in the background, says Adrian. Hey, yes. Yeah.
Playlist. Listen, that's one of the A+ things about here is that they play great music. I haven't heard a song that I disliked. Yeah.
Right.
Everything is making me like calm and bobbing my head. Vibes. Yes. The vibes are very positive here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, like the whole place, the aesthetic, everything, beautiful. Very calming. It almost makes me feel like it's summer already.
It makes you feel like it's summer. That's so true. Like, It honestly makes you feel like it's summer. So there's actually a couple seating areas here. So right now we're out on the front porch. So there's like, imagine like big, long, they actually have a rocking chair right next to us, big, long seats, which are very comfortable despite you being not on a cushion. Then inside you have the tap room. Which is, again, traditional beer style tap room. And then there's a back area, like a back patio, and then a backyard seating. So there's literally like multiple different options that you could choose from for where you want to sit. So that actually brings me down to about social distancing. What has been your take on how comfortable you feel, what you have seen, and practices taken for safety?
If I had to like rate it, it would be like an A, you know, because A plus, yeah. Because every spot is not only different and unique, like inside is pretty different. Like the vibe and everything looks different. But there's like multiple like even outside. Like if I could pan the camera to outside, I can't. But if I can,
professional crew, we need a professional crew here.
Yeah, if I can, you would see that there's like different sections of outside. You know, there's just like more shaded section. One that's more out in the sun and the light, and then like even inside there's a balcony, like you said. Like it's just a good spot to come to because not only do they practice social distancing, but like you won't feel like you're in an uncomfortable position if they don't have room for you here. They'll have room for you here, and it's still nice.
And they also ask you where would you want to sit. So it's like you have the choice, and we actually chose when we first got here to be out in the back, and I had actually a couple pictures from my Insta stories from the backyard, and then we were like, it's getting cold, and we're in the front porch. So I do love the diversity of just, again, it's really important. You need to feel comfortable when you're traveling to feel secure and feel safe. So I do love that. So let's pull up our scorecards to see what we actually ended up drinking today.
But before we do that, I can't see that.
The Sophist. Oh, hey, Nadine. Hey, Nadine. Hey.
Matching outfits. I appreciate you mentioning that. You know, I don't want to take credit for it, but I'm absolutely going to take credit for it.
He saw my pink. And he was like, I need to have this pink.
Yeah,
so
I was like, listen, we have to match.
Also, it's our 3-year anniversary as well. So congratulations
to us.
To being married to me. This is fantastic.
Congratulations to being married to me. You're welcome.
All right. So this is our scorecard. This is our card of what we got to drink. You may not be able to see, so we're going to share with you what we had to drink. So for me, I had the Czech Pilsner, followed by the Martha's Vineyard Ale, followed by the Irish Red, and then lastly, the Belgian Quad. So because this was our first time coming to Bad Martha's, we wanted to kind of get a real good spread and taste of the land. So we figured, you know what, why not go with a flight? So that is a flight of 4 beers, and then we're able to kind of pinpoint what we really like. And I really do love the Irish Ale. So that's what I'm drinking now as my main drink. So what are you drinking, babe?
So I had, for my flight, I had the 508 IPA, the Mischievous Mermaid. I've had the Snake Charmer.
Yeah.
I was trying to look for the full name, but I can't find it. Sorry. I had the Snake Charmer, and I also had the Belgian Quad. And what I'm drinking right now is the Mermaid.
All right. So what you have to know is that we had a fantastic waitress and hostess. Her name is Tammy. So shout out to Tammy. Hopefully you could hear this podcast and you feel good because we had a great time. But Tammy was kind of telling us and letting us know that there are 2 different beers that are a little bit similar in taste. So I personally thought that they were super different, but I would love to hear your take on it, babe. What was your thoughts on those 2 beers?
I don't know if it's because I taste them back to back, but they felt like they were almost the same. They were really similar. Really similar. One did taste more orange than the other, but I feel like if you taste them back to back, you would have a hard time really distinguishing. You were telling me the location of your tongue where you taste it. It's all right, let's relax. Yeah. I'm just talking about taste here. I'm not talking about the location. No, but overall, in all seriousness, they tasted relatively the same. They were both very nice.
Refreshing.
Yeah. I like the Mermaid more though.
Which is why he ordered the Mermaid to drink fully. So like I mentioned before, I'm really a big fan of the Irish Red, and we're here in April, so that is right off of St. Patrick's Day. So it's of course keeping in theme with St. Patrick's Day. That was the batch that was there. So we're gonna actually be back here on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll be able to chat with the brewmasters or Tammy, so she could kind of tell us more about the beers that she likes and her experience here. So I'm really excited about that. So overall thoughts, babe? Had a good time?
If you're in Cape Cod, you have to come to this place. It's amazing. The people are so nice. Tammy's awesome.
And I want to just piggyback off and say that literally, I think the pandemic has taught me that the people really make a place special, right? Like, it's really the warmth of the people, how they make you feel, and the conversations you have with them that is memorable, that you're going to remember long after you kind of like say bye, right? And I think you were saying that too, babe, right?
Yeah, I was basically saying, so my rule of thumb, my new rule of thumb is that if I go to a place and it makes me feel like I want to move there because of the people, it's a good place. It's a really good place. Like when I went to Vermont, I was immediately like, okay, how much does the house cost? Like, we need to move to Vermont. And it was mainly only because like the people were very kind, very warm, very nice. And it's the same with this place. This place alone, you know, this is the first place we've been to in Cape Cod. And it makes me feel like I want to move here because it's just, everybody's just nice, welcoming. And I think hospitality is a very underrated quality when it comes to businesses and just cities in general. Like people being nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know Michelle. Hey, Michelle. She may have hopped off, but she's also visiting Martha's Vineyard, so that is cool. I had the chance to visit Martha's Vineyard a while back, maybe a couple of years ago, so that will be definitely next on our list. So overall, highly recommend to visit Bad Martha's here in Falmouth even if you're in Cape Cod. Also, if you're in Edgartown and Martha's Vineyard, definitely go visit their brewery there. There will be a blog post coming out very soon all about our experience here over the last 2 days. So cannot wait to share.
Yep. I absolutely agree. Come over here and visit. They practice social distancing, make you feel safe, make you feel comfortable. The drinks are good. The food is good. Definitely worth a visit.
Oh, we didn't even mention the pizza. I wanted to share. Ooh, pizza.
Yeah, the pizza is delicious. It has like a mom pop's feel.
Yes, yeah. And the crust. I'm a big crust person. It's so tasty. So I looked at it, like we had a 17-inch pie, and I was like, oh, I'm only going to have one slice. And then, 4 slices in later, I'm like, Yeah. So it was definitely delicious. Again, super excited. Cheers, babe. Cheers. And we'll see you guys in the next adventure while we're visiting the Cape. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.
I like doing that.
That's great. All right, podcast.
Wait, why did you just say that?
I don't know. I don't think we had anything extra to say.
Anything extra to say for just the podcast and not the live? Yeah, I can't recommend this place enough, to be honest with you. Like, I haven't really had like a bad experience in terms of traveling just yet. Everything's been pretty positive. That might be just because due to the person picking the locations, the wife is very good at picking locations. But this spot is very nice, very welcoming, very warm. It's just, I don't know. I just like positive vibes. And I think in this time that we're in, positive vibes is an important thing. You want to go to a spot knowing that you're not going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to feel unsafe. You're going to have a good time. And you're going to feel like remnants of the old times when you didn't have to worry about too much, when you could just relax, when you're just on a Friday night, you could get off work, get off your 9 to 5, come here, have a drink, enjoy yourself, and eat some food. I think that's something that should be cherished in this day and age, and exciting to get back to it.
Exactly. And I love supporting local businesses.
Yes.
That is very important when you're traveling. Not only sustainable travel, but also thinking about how you can support local businesses, support the local economy. And I'm so thrilled that we were able to come by and just check out Bad Martha's again. We'll try to be back here on Tuesday to hopefully talk to Tammy, our hostess, as well as some brewmasters.
If you could understand how positive Tammy was. Tammy,
we love you.
She's the most positive human being I've ever met in my entire life. One of them. Definitely super nice. But yeah, hopefully we get more information on like how they brew it. Yeah. And it's just going to be very fun and interesting to see the process and whatnot.
The behind the scenes. All right, guys. That's it. We'll chat with you soon. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this episode, but don't forget there's way more where that came from. When you become a supporter of the show, you'll get bonus episodes, additional tips on affording travel, real-time updates, as well as strategies for building wealth and creating multiple income streams. Head over to thoughtcard.com/join to support. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm at the Danielle Desir. Slide in my DMs and share with me your thoughts about this episode. What did you enjoy? What stood out to you? Let me know. I'd absolutely love to connect with you outside of the podcast. See you in the next one.